This is live. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know it's like
I'm
the
nervous. I've never done anything live. Ugh.
yeah, true. I just started like recently as hell. So and usually I do like interviews and stuff on my channel, and I feel like it's better because people can ask questions that they want to actually like know. So because usually I just do it like a thing. I have questions or I just flow with it, like have a little bit of a conversation. But I don't know. It's new. It's I think like it's good to be nervous. You know, it means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So
I remember, I don't know if it was like a year or two ago, but I saw, before I started my channel, I saw you interview Vaughn Two Cut.
but before you started your channel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no
Maybe,
way! What the
maybe I got the
fuck?
timeline wrong.
Yeah, true.
That was crazy.
Yeah. We jumped on, bro. Yeah, I was like, ah, that was the humble beginnings, mate.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, did you like that one?
I watched a little bit of it. I remember, I can't really remember about much about it, to be honest, but
Yeah.
I just remember that's where I recognized you. I was like, oh, this is the guy that interviewed Vaughn Two Cut.
Oh no shit. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you've been going crazy recently. But you started like I
Yeah, that
think
shit just blew up out of nowhere.
yeah, legit. That's what I'm trying to get as well. And what it
It'll happen, bro.
huh?
It'll happen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
I just got lucky. I feel like, honestly.
Nah, bro. No. I'm literally making a video right now. Um, and the title is gonna be like why you haven't blown up yet or something. And I like all this shit is not. It's not luck. Trust me. Don't like second guess that shit. It's not luck.
Mm.
I think you know it's not luck either.
Yeah, I mean, I like to act like I'm humble, but in my head, I'm like that. But I do feel like there's definitely some luck involved.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Um, but no, honestly, like there's people that fucking break their backs trying to just best their most viewed video, like do all this shit, and then I don't know, you come along and kind of just it seems effortless, but I'm not convinced that it is. Like obviously you've had to like one you've had probably a lot of time of just consuming content before even making a channel where you kind of just that's like you're studying. You know how you get 10,000 hours and you get like good at some shit and you become a
Right.
master or whatever. That's part of that, and that's what I have as well. Um, but yeah, you're also very original. I feel like so people, it's like a breath of fresh air. People are fucking, and that's what I'm saying in the video. It's like, bro, people are they're so used to people that are just fucking doing the same shit. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
being different.
Yeah.
That's number one. Also, I feel like anybody who's trying to blow up, the tip I would give is that you have to have the ability to look at something you've made and truly. Sorry, someone's knocking on my door. My fault. What was I talking about? I already forgot.
If you're trying to blow up and act like you don't know nobody,
Oh yeah. You have to look at something you made and truly be able to analyze whether or not it's good. Like, don't be clouded by
yeah,
like you made it so you think it's good. You
yeah,
have to look at it from an outside perspective, or imagine somebody you know looking at it type shit, so you could truly analyze it.
yeah. That's funny because like a lot of people, if they think about that type of stuff, they would fucking shit themselves. Like, oh my god, I don't want anybody I know to watch this because like,
Yeah,
and I feel like
that's what you got to feel to make it better.
yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. I feel like you kind of, I don't know, I didn't really receive that when I watch your content. It's like I don't think you really give a fuck, whereas a lot of people do, and I had to get over it. Like it took me a while to get over that.
Yeah, I definitely cringe when I imagine like some people I used to know in high school
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stumbled across my channel. I'd be like, fuck.
That's funny as. So you just graduated recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. How's that?
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20, yeah.
Yeah,
It's all right, man. Just trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
mate.
I mean, there's this shit, but I don't know if I'm trying to build upon it, but I don't know if it's gonna be like what I do, you know?
True. What are you thinking?
Something different shit, but I don't really know, man.
Yeah,
Just sort of going along.
yeah, man. Nah, this is a good start. 100%. Like I'm in like the equivalent of college, where you are. So university. I'm doing that like part time. This part time. I got fucking work and shit. But yeah, it'll sort itself out. I think you'll like after creating like a sort of rudimentary platform, like on YouTube and stuff. A lot of the things that you want to do will come a lot easier, which is why I want to do this mostly. So yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first like formal question, I guess, is what got you into YouTube?
Uh, I remember me and my friends when we were like in young middle school, elementary school. I used to make vines, and I used to edit videos. I always just edited videos,
Mm.
and then later in high school, I got this ambition to be a comedy writer. And I was just like, I can make YouTube videos, and then I started doing it, and I liked it, so I just kept doing it, and I became serious about it. Like I want this to blow up, and then it did in like the past 2 months. So here I am.
There you go. So when you like, for those watching who are interested, was it one video that blew you up, or was it a couple? Because I would assume that it would have been one that started like the momentum, and then you already had good content like previously posted on the channel. So when people go and explore more of your content, they find, oh, this shit's actually good too, and then the algorithm goes like beep boop beep, and then fucking yeah.
Right. I don't know. I think it was the Tinder one that truly did it.
Yeah.
But the first video that gained traction was like the first one I ever did. Just like some looks matter, like black pill shit.
Yeah. Was
Incel. I was on some incel shit for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that because I saw like one of, I can't remember which video it was on, but like you showed like the screenshot of it and it had like 60 views, and you were like fucking, you were like semi like butthurt that it didn't get any traction, but like that's how it is like at the start.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it's funny, like everyone goes through the same, like all content creators I guess go through the same thing. But yeah, so did you watch a lot of, so you did Vines? Well, bro, that's crazy. And did you watch a lot of other creators, or would you say that, like, who are you inspired by in terms of content creation?
Definitely Sneeko. And
Yeah.
then like right before I made my channel, Hamza,
True.
people like that. Who else? I could probably dig up some shit because I grew up watching YouTube videos. I remember like
Yeah.
probably some cringy Minecraft YouTubers I watched.
Hell yeah, bro. Like
when
who?
I was like 8. Fuck. Let me see. Bajan Canadian.
Oh, fucking
That's the main
oh,
one I
no
remember.
way. Yeah,
Hell
I fucking hounded that shit. That was lit. Yeah. Yeah, like Hunger Games and shit. Yeah.
Right.
That's funny. Yeah. Bro, yeah, I fuck with Sneaker. I've never really messed with Hamza too much. What's his deal? He's just like
I don't know.
self-improvement?
He's just Jeffrey Adonis.
Yeah.
Adonis works out. I've kind of, every Hamza video is the same. So like at first I really liked him, but then you watch like 10 and you're like, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. So it's not, this is the thing, like this distinction that I'm making with this script I'm trying to write for the video. It's like, all this content, right, that people are posting on YouTube. I'm like, there's like this, like my idea is that there's like a new age. There's like a new beginning that's happening on YouTube. People are fucking tired of the Mr. Beast, like all that, like all the shit that you watch it once and there's like zero fucking chance you're watching that shit again. Because it's like either A, because it's corny, B, because the premise of the video is like set up in a way that once you watch it, like the surprise is gone. There's no like, everything that's cool about it was just because they like, they saved the good part for the end, like the gratification part. But I want to create like some shit, and I feel like you are creating shit that people can watch again and again and again and again, and it's still sick. Like actual artists, people that are actually great, like people that are actually fucking have a vision and can encapsulate it, have a story about it, but also intertwine some opinion, like Sneaker. Like that's probably one of my main inspirations as well. Like I've found myself watching his videos, same shit, but like more than once, because it's still like valid, it's still interesting. Right. It's not like some Mr. Beast like mystery box, like, oh, who wins at the end? Because once you find out who wins at the end, it's like, you know what I mean? You're never gonna watch that shit again. And those are the people that ride the wave, but then they crash with the wave as well. But I feel like you and what I want to do is people that are creating their own wave. And once you create your own wave, you can't crash. And even if you do, you're just gonna make another one because you did it before. You know, it's just easier after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have that kind of yeah, go.
I don't know if like I would say Mr. Beast is gonna crash or whatever because he keeps on building the content, but it's not thought provoking, right? Yeah. It's kind of just like this: who takes their hand off the car, they get the car type shit. Yeah. But Sneeko, he makes it's so much replay value because it's he's like articulating things that you keep in your head, and that was one of the missions I did with my channel, is just sort of, you know, not feeling like I could say certain things to people in my real life. So I try to have some quirky little editing style and just say shit that
Yeah.
that's authentic and sort of thing, unspoken truths.
Yeah. 100%. And but I feel like the thing that gets you over the line is you're funny as hell. Like
That's
genuinely
right. Yeah.
fucking hilarious, bro. Like like I was watching the one. I can't, it's the Jordan Peterson meme, and you just like fucking like with the lobster over your dick, and I was like, fuck, that is just funny as fuck. I was like, fuck, bro, that is hilarious, but I don't know if I would do that. Like, but it is fucking hilarious. Like, it is sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I realize I'm naked in like half my videos, so
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna do that shit anymore.
yeah.
It's kind of cheap, honestly. Just like having your dick out. It's like it's kind of cheap, like comedy, but it's whatever.
Bro, but that's what it is. Like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
fucking like
yeah,
Kim Kardashian, like like it's a sex tape, but look what it did. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's the cheap shit that people fucking resonate or like want to look. It's like people don't watch fucking thought provoking shit. They watch like fucking like Tiger King and like Scandal and shit that they would never fucking do at first. Like that's what gets people like interested, I guess. And that's
Yeah.
also the problem with, or like one of the challenges with YouTube. It's like how do you create this thought provoking piece of content, but also tell a story and also keep viewers entertained. But the first thing is how do you get people to even care, like give a shit? You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
yeah,
There's a balance you have to play because the algorithm is, people click on videos with like titties and women in them, and
mm.
it's like I don't want to just put all that shit in my thumbnails. Like
Exactly, yeah,
when I'm making a thumbnail, I'm like I don't want to. Like I have an idea, but then I'm like that's not gonna get anybody to click the shit.
yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah,
kind of got to play the game, but it's like I don't know.
yeah. And I only recently kind of clocked that this was the case because like I was just like
Yeah.
making whatever. And now I'm actually starting, and that's why I'm making the video because I kind of am researching on how to actually fucking get people into like interested at first, like get those clicks going, and then keep people's attention for like longer than a fucking like 3 second window. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny that like we kind of come from the same era like on YouTube and like watching the same shit. What do you think like right now your favorite type of content would be, or do you even watch YouTube anymore like that?
I don't as much, but um, yeah, I honestly don't watch that much YouTube to be honest.
Mm.
Well, actually, let me check my, because I do, but like I can't think of the shit right now for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, the live stream is pretty jarring. Like you want to say shit and then just like fuck.
You know, I don't really watch YouTube to be honest. I watched all of Sneako's recent streams. That's probably what I've been consuming most.
Yeah,
Like that whole saga of him streaming.
yeah, that was yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah,
I mean, it's entertaining at the very least.
because like that's what I mean. Like I'm kind of in the same boat. It's like what like when I go on YouTube anymore, nothing fucking interests me. Like just very little.
Yeah.
So it's like because people obviously, and I feel like we're not alone in that. Like people want to be told the story, but nobody's telling them the right like nobody's doing interesting shit anymore, which is not entirely true, but
Most of YouTube is just like reacting to shit now too.
mm,
If you go to incognito and just like type in YouTube, what'll come up on the front page is just Sniper Wolf reacting to TikToks, and it has like 20 million views.
yeah,
It's no fucking effort. And when I see that every time, I'm like, dude, I get kind of depressed because like, what the
yeah, yeah,
fuck?
yeah. But you like the thing is like I'm with it. Like I understand, but you can't like it's the strat. That's the strategy for right now. Like just fucking absolute mindless shit, and people just piggybacking off other people's content. You know, like that's the way
Yeah.
to do it. That's how Mr. Beast did it. That's how all these people have done it. But
And I mean, I blew up like pretty fast, I think, relatively, but even I like feel bad comparing myself to certain channels. I see channels like in my related, the fucking people who watch my channel watch these channels. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
And they have like 500K in 6 months, and it's just like Omegle reacting to TikToks.
Ah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but I think you and I just kind of always wish for something a bit more or less superficial, you know? Yeah. I think would you ever like go and, because like what I'm gonna do for another video idea is just go out in public and just fucking just ask some shit. Like, I think that is a kind of way to. I tried to figure out a way to do it online because I don't really want to go fucking like out into the actual real world. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, like I do. Like I've done it before, but I don't want to like. It's just a mission, you know. And I try to think of a way that you could like kind of crowdsource different opinions, because I feel like the thing that is actually interesting is people's different opinions on things. Whereas like when they come to your channel, it's like you bring like very valid points to things, but at the end and so do I believe. But at the end of the day, it's like one person's opinion,
Right.
no matter how
Yeah.
big their platform is. And I feel like people get caught up with that as well. It's like, oh my god, it's like the whole influencer thing. Like this person holds this belief, and it's like more valid than mine because I have fucking 10 followers and they have 10 million. You know?
Yeah. Even though I'm just a dumbass, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm really not that smart. I just try to make good videos and people like them, you know.
Yeah.
It's weird that I might be influencing people to think a certain way.
Yeah, I know.
When really I'm fucking clueless. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to make videos in public, but there's a lot of shit there. I got to get a camera person, and then like you need a lav mic, I think. You can't just fucking I don't know. This is just fucking kind of a pain in the dick, but yeah, I'll try it. I got some funny ideas.
Yeah.
I want to like sign up for a pickup artist course and show up, like just fuck around.
That's funny. Yeah, I've done it before. I just bought like this thing that connects to like the audio jack of my phone. It's like this little mic with like the shit that cancels the wind on it, and that was alright. Like I went to there was like big protests I'm from Melbourne, Australia. There was big protests here for lockdowns and stuff last year, and I was like, true. So I made a video on that, but that was before I like knew that I should probably like not be so like super serious about it, and I was just like, you know, spitting cold hard game, and no one really gave a fuck because it's not entertaining. Well, it kind of was, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's just like such a mish, but I feel like it is worth it. Getting those, like, you can't get their opinions like that on the internet, because like first you have to build a following to do that. But even when you do, it's like kind of like-minded people as well, and I feel like it's cool to get that broader range of opinions, because like the way I used to be, I would just kind of believe some shit and then that would be it. Like I wouldn't really consider anyone else's point of view type stuff. And I had to kind of transition away from that. But yeah, is there any like things that you had to overcome, maybe psychologically or whatever, in the process of creating content, or like just doing what you do?
Yeah, it was weird being in front of the camera at first. That's the only like actual thing I could think of. Otherwise, actually, writing, like when you're writing and trying to articulate complex ideas, you could begin to overthink this shit and just start like doubting yourself, like in like an infinite number of ways, to where you have a point to a video, but then you're done writing the thing, but then you're like, but this isn't valid, and I feel like it's a bad message, but it's so that shit, because I try to tackle like, well, I don't. That sounds so gay.
No,
I try to tackle complex issues.
Bro, no, relax.
I try to tackle complex issues in my videos. No, I talk about like some shit. Everything's nuanced, right?
Yeah.
And I try to have like try to talk about shit, but then you second doubt your message. You doubt your message while you're writing it, and then you have to, and then it's like, damn, you know.
100%, bro. 100%. Nah, I wouldn't say it's like you got a bit of imposter syndrome, which is like normal, and everyone has it. But like, nah, just fucking speak your shit and just like stand by it, bro.
I think there's a healthy level to that, you know. I don't
Yeah,
want to be
no.
like, yeah, I'm the fucking man.
Yeah, but I feel like that's legit.
corny. Yeah, yeah,
I feel like that's legit, like fucking, like someone like Sneeko or like a Kanye, like the fucking complete, like probably fucking annoying as hell to be around. Like if you were actually to be mates with them, you probably want to fucking blow their like just absolutely neck. But on the flip side, the amount of self belief that comes with that type of arrogance is beneficial to you in an individual level, and I guess that's why like fucking the CEOs and shit of the world are just complete like fucking sociopathic, narcissistic, like, or that's you're more likely to be like that if you're like a CEO or some shit. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I strive to have that attitude. I think having an ego is good for success. I just don't think it's me. Just like psychologically, the way my mind is, I don't think I'm that type of person. I think I'm just very self-conscious.
True. So that would be
I
probably.
don't know if I could break out of that.
Huh?
There's advantages, disadvantages to it, but
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's not hindering you at all, bro. Like from my perspective, but you did probably have like a lot of time where you had to work on that. But that also gives you like all the shit that I like about your content is things that you've had to actually fucking go back and think about because it's not working for you like the first time you do it. And whether that be like talking to girls or being socially like in social situations, like whatever you can, like this, that, and the third, whatever that is, you've had to like go back and, you know, deal with that yourself. And I didn't really have that, to be honest with you.
yeah.
But like there came a point last year where I did a little some psychedelics, and I kind of like fucking
Let's go.
yeah, I kind of like broke out of that. Like I was pretty like not egotistical, but I never had like I never felt like fucking anxiety or any of that shit. Like it was just completely like nothing, like I'd never felt it really. Or if I had, it was like very deeply tucked
So
away.
not until you took the psychedelics, that was the first time you felt anxiety after you took them?
So like I'd taken them heaps before, but then this one specific time last year in December, I had like it was just like fucking. I was thinking it's a bad trip, yeah, and I just like wigged the fuck out, and then after that, I don't know, I just never had really like fear, like in my brain at all, really, and then like I kind of got a massive dose of it, and I was like, huh, and I'm still even dealing with it like right now, but I know it's just temporary, you know.
I feel like that shit's gonna hit one like somewhere in your life that's gonna hit you. I think it hit me like ninth grade
True.
was I hit like just a crazy anxiety without, you know, taking any substances.
Yeah.
But I think it hits people at different times, and there's no way you could just go through life without that happening once. You have to get over it.
Yeah, and that's the relatable aspect of the content that you put out and I want to put out. It's like, fuck, everyone goes through this shit more or less at whatever time. Like our age, I guess it's more likely because you know puberty and shit. People are more self-conscious in that kind of puberty. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man, fucking. That's like one of the more relatable things, I think. And I kind of never really had it, but maybe I did, and I just yeah. But like it is shit. At this on one hand, it's fucking terrible, but on the flip side, it's like this whole introspection process that starts to like happen, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody who hasn't gone through something like that just mentally, feel like that's lame.
Yeah. What
Like
do you?
they didn't have a character development.
Yeah, legit. There's the what's it called? The hero's journey, mate. That archetype.
Right.
Yeah. What do you reckon of the spiritual side of YouTube? Like, how did you come across Von Tukat? Did you resonate with that at all?
I did, yeah. This is gonna get yeah, that was crazy. Just 2020 in the crib, just
Yeah, yeah,
meditating, fucking grounding my feet on the grass,
yeah.
making fucking smoothies with ashwagandha in them.
Oh fuck yeah,
That
yeah,
was
hell
the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, that's good as.
But those that was like the precursor to that's how I kind of got into self improvement was through this like weird spiritual lens where it
Mm,
was all about astral projecting and weird shit.
true. Did it ever work for you?
uh, I think I convinced myself it works, but
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would do the same shit. Like, fucking, I tried. Probably, like, I think earlier. Like, those kids in my school talking about that. Like, this weird, like, fucking witch lady who was just like, she was, like, literally, like, brewing potions. She'd, like, grab some grass and shit. And she was, like,
The
fucking,
Wiccan, there's these bitches like study the Wiccan religion in my school. It's like that's actually a thing. There's actually witches out here.
no, what the fuck's a Wiccan?
That's the religion that these witch girls are into. It's like they do spell binding and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she fucking, bro, she cursed one of her, like, her ex's lockers and shit. Something like that. Like, she put some shit in there.
Yeah, yeah,
But anyway, it's like she fucking got me onto. She didn't get me on, but I just like was curious about it, and then I was like just in my bed, just fucking like, just tensing up. Like I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, but yeah, it's funny. It's crazy, like this dumbest shit. What like the kind of the pathway it leads you on. Like you might start with some absolute like stupid shit, but not to say astral projection's stupid. It's just like if you're meant to be in your body in this life, you're probably meant to be in your body. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
yeah.
But then I remember I think I came to my senses. It was the end of the year. It was December, and it was something about the sun was about to explode or some shit, and people were about to get powers.
Ah, yeah,
You're
true.
not. I was like, all right, there's no shot this is gonna happen. What have I been doing all this time?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. Like
Yeah,
this, like yeah, I don't know.
yeah. It was the summer, no, the winter solstice. Oh wait,
Yeah,
or was it like that fucking conjunction? It was like the Jupiter Saturn. I don't know, some fucking something. And yeah, that was what. Yeah, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, Von was talking about that, like some powers and stuff. That would be cool.
yeah, it would be dope if you got some powers.
Yeah, maybe in like the yeah, all these spiritual YouTubers were yapping on about it. And I feel like it
But
has
then
some
none of it
merit.
happened, so it was just like. But that doesn't mean it's all the spiritual stuff is just complete bullshit. But it's like
Yeah,
he was really like on December 25th, I'm about to wake up, I'm about to have powers, and that shit didn't happen.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It was like a solar flare or something. It just nothing happened.
yeah,
And I'm not like Von Tuca. I'm pretty sure when I watched that interview, he seemed like pretty self aware of how he's grown from that and stuff.
yeah,
So I'm not.
yeah. No
But
judgment. No. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a change, but I don't think it will come into like the physical world for some time. Like it's not like you'll never like like the second anyone fucking says like on this date this will happen, you know it's a load of shit. Cuz like things don't
right.
happen like it's like transition like like for instance, we know about the metaverse and it's probably a fucking high chance that it's gonna like there will be a time where there's a fucking place we can go to that is physically indistinguishable from reality, and like philosophers have been talking about this shit for yonks, right? But it doesn't happen like fucking Mark Zuckerberg doesn't release an app and then it's like it's all good. Like that shit happens over like years, you know, even with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
crypto and shit.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
yeah. So like like that date or whatever or a date in general might be the start of something, but it's not by no means gonna be like the thing. Like you're never gonna wake up in a fucking completely altered reality. Like you have fucking powers
Yeah.
unless you like get bitten by like a radioactive spider or some shit. Which I'm not closing myself to that possibility. So that would be fucking tight.
Yeah, that'd be super sick.
Yeah, mate. That's legit. Like what I would like. Sometimes I watch like Spider-Man and shit. You know how he like takes pictures of himself with the powers? That's like fuck. Like that's what I'm gonna do with this shit. You know.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Anyway. Um. Yeah, man. That was kind of all like the formal questions I had. Like I kind of did them naturally anyway. I didn't really look at the the little list I had.
What type of psychedelics did you take?
So I did LSD.
Is that the only one you done?
No, I've done like everything that's kind of from the ground, basically. Like everything that's can be grown. All the other shit, like all the other, like I would never touch like any powders or anything like that. But right now it's like it's good. It's like mushroom season for like psilocybin. So that'll be interesting. What about you?
I've never tried psychedelics. I mean, I'm pretty sure I had like a psychedelic experience because when I was in high school, I was like 90 pounds and I took like a giant edible. So
Oh yeah,
that like
true.
you could get close there, but I can't speak on it because I've never actually tried.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Um,
Like Terrence McKenna. Do you know who that is?
no.
Terrence McKenna was like the person who kind of introduced the world to recreational use of this stuff. And he actually advocate like he was a fucking like if you type up Joe Rogan Terrence McKenna like there's fucking plenty of shit. But he was one that advocated for like the psychedelic use of high doses of cannabis. And he says that it like he would wait like 6 months, like he would not smoke for 6 months or what however he ingested that shit, and then he would have a fucking massive like he would go hard with it, like have a massive ingestion
Yeah.
of it, and he would be like, yeah, it's like I don't know, it does some shit, but yeah, I've never fucked with an edible like that, like a huge amount. But yeah, what did you like experience in that?
I mean, it's hard to describe. Like time was distorted,
Yeah,
and I
bro.
just remember like there was this loudspeaker playing, and then the song ended, but the song was still playing. It
Damn.
was some weird shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Time is a massive one. Like if you ever do, acid, like time. Like I always, whenever I do it, allegedly, whenever I do it, um, I almost feel like, you know how that like there's always that thing where time is sand, like it's like the sands of time, or like you're in an hourglass, and like I can always feel this shit on my fingers, like, and I feel like I'm literally flowing through time, and in a way, you kind of are. And that's why, like, when people ask me, "Oh, what does it do? How does it feel?" I'm like, the veil between your perceived reality and like the almost infinite realities um, that are there, maybe or maybe not, is kind of like removed, and then you kind of are just like flowing through. I don't know if it's the sands of time or like fucking some astral plane or some shit, but it's definitely like it's a thing. It's a fucking thing. Like there's this crazy. Have you watched Stranger Things?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
not
like,
the newest shit, but
sorry.
not the newest season or whatever. But
Yeah,
I know
no,
what
that
you're
like
talking
the
about, yeah.
like just the like the idea of the fucking like the kid in that like warehouse or whatever, and just getting tested on and shit. There's like, and this is based off a real thing that the CIA did supposedly.
Yeah, the MK Ultra.
Yeah, bro, they would feed, and they would even like, not even, yeah, rudimentary like MK Ultra type shit, but they would feed people like fucking um like high doses of ketamine and try to have them talk to like intergalactic or some shit, like just beings.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard about
They would
that.
put them in fucking isolation tanks and shit, and like literally do that type shit. And it's like, bro,
I'm
like,
definitely trying to try psychedelics at one point, but
yeah.
do you recommend it? Do you think people really like get fucked up,
As in like long term after
as
the
in mentally? Like you could get a psychotic break.
uh, I feel like you won't. I'm not gonna say it's like in the realm of impossibility. Like I'm gonna say it's like definitely possible, but you got to show that shit respect, and you can't like just fucking go and like do a buttload of acid without thinking about it like first. But at the same time, like, yeah, go.
Sorry. Do you think the like the general vibe while you're taking it or before you take it influences the trip? Like if you're sort of anxious when you take acid, will it intensify it or will it like does it is there a correlation?
Yeah, 100%. So set and setting is obviously very important, but like the thing is, before this is like the thing that I'm talking about. Like I never really gave a fuck about where I was, who I was with. Like none of that ever really like affected me. Like I was still me, or like who I thought I was in that moment before I like interacted with those type of things. But then that kind of opened me like after the experience, it kind of opened me up to like there was nothing. There was by no means while I was having the experience, like there was nothing inherently bad going on. Like I was just with my friends, like we were on like like at a holiday plate, like we were just like kicking it in a house, like 10, like me and 10 other guys. Pause, and there was nothing like inherently like crazy about it. It's just, and the whole day, like it only happened at night where I had the bad experience. But the thing is, like, I was never trained because of the fact that I've never experienced any of this shit. I was never like, I never had to do any work on keeping myself calm, like keeping myself in a state where it's like where I'm fine. You know what I mean? Whereas now I'd be like a lot more perceptive to my reality and who I'm with and whatever. And I feel like I've like gotten to the point at this point, like months later, where I'm finally like okay with regulating. Like I think you would call it like just your nervous system, or whatever. And yeah, so it definitely does affect you. But the thing is, like, I never really put that thought, like, I never had that thought before. You know what I mean? And also, like, when you go, like, it's like a balancing scale. Like, when you do these things and you tip, like, your brain's, like, you essentially, like, expand the realms of your consciousness for a moment of time, right? When you do that, like, you're tipping the scales in, like, one certain way. And then you're fucking, like, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. So I feel like easing into it is the best way to go. I feel like if you're meant to do it, like, you'll do it. And I feel like it'll, like, the thing I think about acid, if I'm sorry if I just gone on a fucking huge tangent. But,
No, I'm interested, so.
Nah, yeah, all good. Yeah, the thing about it is I literally think, like, on some weird timeline shit, like, I feel like I was talking, like, just interacting with either myself from the future or a different version of myself that, like, needed certain things to happen so that I could get on a specific timeline, if that makes sense. So, like, while I was in the thing, I was like writing on because I brought, like, this notepad to write shit on, and I recommend anyone that wants to try it should do the same. Like, oh, bro, I just ripped my beanbag. Nah, that's fucking not cool.
Oh, that's tough.
Bruh. Yeah, anyway.
Damn.
I get my chair, hold up. Fuck. Bro, my mum put too many fucking beans in this thing and now it's fucking ripped on me. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, that's the way I viewed it. Cause like, if you've watched that video that Sneeko did about how this drug saved my life or something, he was talking about you wouldn't have his YouTube channel if he didn't, like, have a really fucked up trip, you know? So it's almost like, I feel like I was on a certain pathway with the state of mind that I was in. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything. Really, nothing can affect me. If I didn't do that trip and I didn't go down that sort of rabbit hole, I didn't find those things out about myself, I'd probably be in a very, like, I don't know if it would have eventuated in anything really beneficial. So I feel like that was kind of like yeah. So I think, but if you don't feel the need to, I don't think it's necessary to do any of that stuff, you know?
Yeah, I definitely want to give it a whirl.
Yeah, I reckon.
I'm just that type of guy. I want to see what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't advocate anyone that, like, this is not me fucking recommending shit. Like, it's completely up to you whether you do things, and you shouldn't, like, take, like you said before, like, we're just fucking two retards, like, in front of a camera. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
The fact that anyone influences anyone else is a testament to how fucking retarded some people can actually be. But I had this, like, idea of, like, just fucking doing a bunch of mushrooms on, not a bunch, but, like, a healthy amount on like, a live stream and seeing how that fares. So, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I think where I live, well, it's not, yeah, where I live, Denver, in the United States, was the first state to, like, decriminalize mushrooms.
Oh, shit.
And I thought that was going to be a big deal, but, like, nothing really changed after that shit. But I don't know.
As in, it's, like, still the same amount of accessibility?
I don't really know how it works. I know it's not legal, but it's just, you don't get jail time, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, true. There you go. Yeah, man. And that's also why, like, whenever I do an interview, I always like ask the last question is like, or one of the questions is, do you have a message for yourself in like 5 years or whatever? Because I feel like, I don't know, it's just sick. Like that idea, whether it's in your head completely or not, is like that you can communicate with your future self. I feel like that's just like, and like you kind of can, because like every time you remember something, right, you're like communicating with a past version of yourself. Because like every time you remember something, it's just you're remembering the last time you remembered it. If that makes sense. Like that's how I think that's how memory works, and that's why like as time goes on, you kind of forget, because like the last time you thought about that shit was yonks ago, so like you're less likely to remember. You don't actually remember like the fucking, unless it's obviously like very impactful, like trauma or some shit. Then it's kind of harder to get away from. But like just general shit. Like yeah, so I always ask like if you had a message for yourself in like 5 years or 10 years or whatever, something to stay true to, because the stuff that we're doing right now, it's like a time capsule. Like imagine like you're 40 and like the fucking metaverse is in full effect. There's like people flying around in like some weird alternate dimension where everything's can happen and everything's like a dream state, and they come to Gerbert planet and just see all your shit, like all your videos, and like it's like a time capsule of you in this moment right now. It's like so awesome.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a message for future self. Yeah, that's kind of weird, because I don't want to say some stupid shit, because then my future self's gonna be like, what is this retard thinking about?
Yeah.
I guess yeah, I think in the future these like advanced forms of escapism are gonna get more and more, and I see them, being tempting, and I could see myself falling into it, just like feeling depressed, like just wanting a break from life, and just soon enough you'll be completely submerged, never be able to escape. So I want to stay grounded in the real world and sort of escape from the matrix, as it were.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So stay out of the matrix, future self.
Yeah, fuck, true. I damn, I like that, because yeah, that is that whole like Von to cut, like just like that aspect of it. Yeah, eventually, like I was talking to some guy who like some spiritual person, that I did like a couple interviews with. His name's Raji, and he said like screens originated from like when your grandparents went to watch movies. It was like a fucking screen this far away, and then they got like computers and shit, and it came a bit closer. And then you got this, like your phone, and it came a bit closer. Like now it's in your pocket, as opposed to like once a while when you pay to go to the movies, and then it'll be like over your eyes and shit.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an inevitability. At the same time, this is some work, like some, I'm just gonna say, I don't give a fuck. So anyway, he's like, he believes, or he postulates that you're gonna be able to access that realm through your mind instead of through technology. And there's gonna be like they call it
like a chip.
Huh?
Like a chip, you're saying, like in the skull?
No, so that would still be technology. He's saying like you're connected to like the Ethernet, like as opposed to the internet, and that's what like I think the powers that you're gonna call powers are, like reawakening DNA, so that you have the ability, like some fucking Stranger Things, like that chick, like, but not in the physical like that, in a like a different plane. Have you ever seen the movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp?
No.
It's kind of like that. They're all like all the people that get his whatever it is, like in that movie it's technology. All the people that get connected to it, they all have like this hive mind, which I feel like humans have that shit. Like what is the creative, like our creative, like where does our creativity come from? And I always thought it's like, I always have had this theory that it's like a fucking cloud, like you know how you have iCloud. It's like an organic, like natural cloud that we're all pulling from. Whether like that's shared by like the mental, our minds, or it's like some spiritual like fucking cloud in the sky, or whatever it actually is. And that's why you have those synchronicities between like people that make movies, or like The Simpsons or some shit, and then like some shit happening in real life. Because if you think about it, everything that can happen has to be imagined before it like manifests into or materializes into reality. So the
Yeah.
same place where the fucking future comes from is the same place where our thoughts are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. I just completely took a right turn from what I was gonna say, and now I forgot. Fuck.
No, but that's some deep shit, dude.
Yeah. Get the
I
fucking.
think,
Yeah,
that's wild. Pulling from a cloud.
Yeah, because like, have you heard of the 100th monkey? I think it's the 100th monkey or something. Experiment. That
I
shit is.
think I've heard of it. I don't know like what it is though.
Yeah, it's that legit blew my fucking mind. Like, there's these monkeys that these scientists put on an island somewhere, and they put like. They taught so there's two sides of the island. The monkeys cannot cross, so they're stuck on each side. They taught some of the monkeys on one side how to use tools or something like that. They taught them some skill, and then they noticed that just kind of out of the blue, the monkeys on the other side of the island fucking began or had the ability to kind of use that skill as well. They like started to like just come up with it somehow. And I don't know the validity of it, but that's the type of effect that, like, the creative collective consciousness, I guess you would call.
Yo. So they had no contact? Like, the monkey couldn't peer over the other side of the island and see them, like, doing the tools or some shit?
Nah. Supposedly not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit, like, skeptical of that idea, but I also think there's something to it.
Yeah.
Supposing that is true, like, yeah. It's all one thing that we're drawing from. Wow.
But we're also creating it as well. Like, it's not like... I guess the one thing you could say is, like, the sum total of all possible outcomes. Like, it's fucking huge. But, like, if you're thinking... Like, say if two people consume the same amount of... Like, the same content of, like, a YouTuber, they might come to very similar outlooks on life. Like, if everyone fucking watches Jordan Peterson... and like just spams the fuck out, like you become what you like consume, I guess.
Yeah, if you think about it, it makes sense. Like, you're the product of the people you're around.
Yeah.
But it's weird that would extend to the monkeys on the other side of the island.
Yeah.
As if it were, it's like they're not really around them. It's like this thing in the air. It's being transmitted across the island. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's like how like the whole like nature, or like I watched this documentary on mushrooms, like not psychedelic one, just like mushrooms, but obviously they talked about the psychedelic component of it. Now they're all connected like underground with like mycelium, or like the whole fucking biosphere is just this one massive connection. And it's like, I don't know, like I feel like we have that, like as humans, from like operating on the same wave of consciousness. Like we're all by nature of that connected somewhere or somewhere. But at the end of the day, like, fucking, who even knows? It could be just me trying to, like, have some deeper understanding of something that's not even really there, just because it entertains me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way to know for sure.
Yeah, true.
Could just be because we've fucking seen similar shit. And that's all it is.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's not, yeah. Like, that's true, but then if everybody, like, was kind of clocked onto that, then, like, there would be no Von 2 cut. Because, like, we have such a fucking aspiration to be like, oh my god, there is something beyond the veil or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it makes for fun. I don't know, like a fun idea. At the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you reckon of, the whole, like, fucking sneako... like men versus women shit, like all that type of like black pill, like, you know what I'm trying to talk about. I don't even know how to describe it really. Like,
there's a lot of weird shit going on.
You know what it is? It's the hypermasculation of females and the hyper feminization of males, I think. Yeah.
I guess that sums it up. It's just, it's a complex issue, but
100%.
Yeah, dudes are getting weaker, and then like, I think what always naturally happens is when dudes get weaker, then women fill that role, and then just everything gets fucked up. So that's all it is.
Yeah. Have you experienced like that type of stuff in your personal life? If you want to answer that.
Like what type of thing?
Like just dealing with chicks that are just like you just
I
like
mean, my parents have that relationship for sure. My dad's like he's just a typical boomer, like, yes, honey. And my mom is boss babe, like, just
yeah,
fucking tell him everything, bro.
yeah. That's funny. That's kind of similar to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of. I feel like I was watching this video the other day, or like I think it was like a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about like the end of civilization and shit like that, and like they were talking specifically about like Romans and how in the like there's like this pattern, whenever there's like an empire or some shit that falls, they always like hyper fixate on gender at the end of shit, and they were going through like all this evidence of like, because you know how like there used to be all these bro, you know what's cooked? I think I learned this as well from like you know how there used to be like philosophers and shit, like these old ass men with like the fucking white hair and like the robes on, but apparently they would take on like mentors, like the origination of like having like a mentee and a mentor relationship is like these old dudes would fuck like the benefit the young boys would get from the mentor is like the knowledge that they have to give them, obviously, but then the guys would just like the benefit that they would get from the little like the little boy, or not little boy, but like I don't know, prepubescent or whatever. It's like they would fucking give them sexual favors, and like
Wait, hold up.
yeah,
What's going on?
yeah. So like you had this old ass philosopher dude, and I don't know how old, because I don't know the life expectancy of that shit from back then, but they would, in return for giving them knowledge and like wisdom, whatever, all the things that they've learned, the kid would like have like sexual
Like whack him off?
yeah, I don't know exactly, but I don't know, like apparently that was like, because like at the end of that kind of era they were just like anything goes, and then like these like historical whatever you call them, people that like study the end of these reigns and these empires, say that as time goes on, like in the empires, when things are getting good, when everything's like automized and shit, nobody really has to work that hard for shit anymore. Like there's no, like in our society right now, we've superseded the food chain, so like there'd be no instance where like your dad or my dad would have to fucking like go and get food for the family. So there's like that fucking selection pressure that's been taken away by nature of us being like, it's like almost like a balancing thing, like by nature of us being so advanced over our physical dominion, like our domain, the balancing, like the positive feedback loop that balances that out is like men, or like gender just becomes very not fucking duality, not dualistic, you know. And that's kind of like the indicator of how far along a certain empire or civilization is, because the less people have to work, the less they actually have to fucking work, right?
Yeah. The closer to survival,
Yeah.
like the more people are in their gender roles.
Yeah, exactly.
That just makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the men have to go hunt and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, since we've just been like coddled for so long in Western civilization, that shit's just dissolving.
Yeah. Which, for better or for worse, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like,
we'll see.
Yeah, but like, I would assume not for better. But you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's for the worse, but
Yeah.
hey, maybe there's something to it, you know? Change your gender, just like become fluid. We'll just be like, I don't know what's gonna go on. Just like a bunch of fucking pansexual orgies, like
like
the metaverse. Maybe it's all good, bro.
Maybe, but at the
Maybe
same time, people that still have those like stoic beliefs, like probably I would say you or I are clued into, or like just have an understanding of. It's like a lot easier for us to be like, because like, bro, you go into the world now and it's like everyone's fucking like scared shitless of something. Like it's so much easier just to like navigate once you have a certain level of confidence, because also it's that people don't work, they don't have to work for anything, so that there's nothing, they don't get anything in return, and then like in response to that, they haven't built up any confidence, which is a big problem with kids. Like, bro, pandemic babies, like they were fucking stripped of 2 years of social interaction. Like, do you know fucking like what that's gonna fucking do?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
That is not it for sure. But nah, it's all good, bro. Just take the Neuralink and fucking sit in your pod and eat roaches and the
Might be the
microplastics.
vibe, bro.
Yeah, honestly, I reckon
You
so
could
too.
have all your needs met, like nutrients fed into your shit.
Yeah,
You could go
yeah,
hunting or like go to war like in a game. That'll
yeah,
be fun.
yeah.
You could have all these like big titted anime women just like you download the hose.
You legit got the
I mean
haptic
it's
bodysuit connected straight to your
oh
fucking ding along.
yeah, just
Yeah,
sending those vibrations throughout your body,
yeah,
stimulating your scrotum,
yeah,
just feeling a new level of pleasure.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. So like realistically, without wanting to have this live stream like fucking like blocked due to fucking health, like I already got a fucking community guideline strike on this channel,
Oh shit!
and it was legit from
Where
that
you
Von
going with
interview.
this?
It was legit from that, and I was like, "Fuck!" And now it's on there forever. But anyway, um, like there was a point last year or 2020 where people were forced to do a certain
Oops.
thing. Like, at what point, like if that happens, then people are probably going to be forced to a fucking pretty extreme level to conform to that kind of reality. Like, how the hell? Like, I don't want to fucking do it, and you don't want to do it. Like you said before, like, how do you even escape that?
I mean, truth be told, I one of my goals is I don't want to. I think I'm going to leave the West. I
Yeah.
think it'll be globalized soon enough, but it'll definitely happen in certain places first in the
Mm.
world.
Mm.
So not getting out of America would be my thing.
Oh,
And I think
really?
Australia is there too with like how they handled the whole situation. They're right up there with it.
Oh fuck it, bro. We're like way work, bro. We don't have
Yeah,
like,
you're worse, honestly. Yeah,
yeah, bro. You guys are protected by a constitution at least. We just got fucking like anally raped, bro. Like,
yeah,
like we were on lockdown for like 8 months out of the 12 for 2020 and 2021. Like similar, like it was fucking like harsh. And then there's like places like fucking like Florida and shit that are just like completely ignorant to fucking that whole thing. Not ignorant,
yeah,
but like not even like avoiding anything to do with like lockdown and shit. Yeah.
yeah. It's weird because America is very like segmented. So some places it's like you're in a completely different area, but some places it could like be on Australia's level. You know?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Do you have any? Because like the reason I started this channel was to like kind of create a community and maybe start like off the grid type shit. I don't know how effective that or like how well that I don't know how that's gonna turn out for me specifically. That may be something that I might look into in terms of not being forced to fucking like the government is your daddy right now. Like and like by virtue of us being dependent on their water, their food, their fuel, all that shit. Like we must like it's like you can't just it's like when your like you have an argument with your parents and they're like, if you don't like it then fuck off. You know? It's like
Yeah,
while you're in there,
yeah.
while you're in the government's house, you got to obey by like the house rules, like whether you like it or not, you know. So it's like fuck.
So you got to stop being dependent on that shit.
Yeah,
But I don't got any crops. I don't have a well I could draw water from, so you're kind of just fucked.
yeah,
But I want that. You know, it's one of
yeah,
my
hell yeah,
goals. I want to have a big garden,
yeah, for sure.
just start growing shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. You say you're not smart, but I feel like you are.
Um, I think I'm not. I think I'm. What makes you say I'm smart? I honestly don't think I am.
Because I don't know if I would call it like intelligence, but there's just like some people are just completely okay with having every single one of their fucking like rights just like sodomized. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like like it's rare for me to come across, especially here, because everyone's kind of just fucking blue pilled as hell. And that's nothing. That's not bad, but it's just like nobody wants to fucking like, you know, everyone's okay with having their
Yeah.
fucking shit taken. They're just like, yep, sign me up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's intelligence. I think that this might sound like sort of fucky, but I feel like I pride myself on like being a little bit of a free thinker. I
Yeah.
think the mass majority of people don't think freely.
Mm.
Um, I think it's because they haven't faced a certain level of failure that really led them to introspection. So Yeah, that's just how I feel. I think that's that people just blindly comply, and they're just a product of what they're around. I think that's what the vast majority of people are. They're kind of like animals in the way that they're just a product of their environment. They just like run according to what everybody else thinks in nature of
Yeah.
the society.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There you go. That's sick. Yeah. See that, but that's like intelligence, bro. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe
But
not. Like,
my mom is just like a heavy conspiracy theorist. So from a young age, I was just taught to question authority. So that might just be it.
yeah.
Like it might just be because I was raised that way. It doesn't mean I'm fucking like I did this because I'm smart. It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
panned out, you know.
Yeah. I have a like. My parents are really conspiracy into that type of shit, but I was always fucking like very rebellious to authority. Like I hate authority figures. Like I'm very fucking, and that's the reason why like probably like half the reason why I want to do YouTube. It's like I want to be like independent of my own accord. You know, when someone tells me that you have to do this, I'm just like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then that
Yeah,
like
I'm the same way.
yeah. Like, but like, have you ever gone too far with like? I fucking went way too far with the skepticism shit. Like, there was one point where I believed some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, where did I go?
Yeah, too far. What's some weird shit? I got pretty deep with like these giants. I remember researching about these giants. They found giant bones and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Still might be real. I don't know.
yeah.
It sounds kind of wild, but I don't think. I never really believed in flat Earth or any of that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it can be taken to that degree, like
Yeah.
the skeptic. Like if you're, and then, I don't even blame people that are like that because it's like there's a lot of shit that you take for just straight up truth as a kid through your childhood, and then like you kind of realize, holy fuck, and like it's okay. Like we literally fucking advocate for that type. Like Santa Claus, it's like we're taught this thing, and then it's just like it's okay that it's a lie. Like you just kind of, it's like people are just like used to it. I don't know if it's the best example, but we're taught like that, or it's like primed beforehand that like things aren't, you don't get the truth. Because like I had this Kanye West quote. I'm a bit of a Kanye fan. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I'm a big Kanye fan.
yeah, like there's like this clip of him like talking about truth, and he's like, if what I'm saying in those moments where I speak freely, which is just his hyper truth, if everyone goes crazy because of that, what else are you getting the rest of the time? Like it just goes to show, when he speaks the truth, people go insane. Like people just fucking jump up and down. So what does that say about the rest of the shit that you're hearing? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pandering.
Yeah.
And that's why I respect someone like Kanye. If he just says what's in his head. I feel like it's just a genuine like a fake principle to be like, because everybody knows they think crazy shit, and if they said it, nobody would like it.
Yeah.
But then like the level of dissidence to see somebody who does that and hate them for it, it's just I don't understand that. Like I know, I guess I do understand it. I think it's like a type of personality, but I'm the opposite. When I see somebody do that, I admire it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is very polarizing, like specifically, like that kind of Kanye West character. But yeah, that's another thing that's been fucking like stamped into our brains. It's like when you come across something that's like that polarizing, a lot of people just go, "Pooh, like I hate it," or "Pooh, I love it." You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just like better to fucking sit back and just watch it and then come up with your fucking decision after, you know. But I don't know. I say shit. I don't really fucking know shit, so.
Yeah. I'm just going along.
Legit.
Just trying not to jack my cock.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, how you doing with that nofap shit?
This is so goofy. I'm alright, you know, I'm kicking it.
It is goofy, yeah. I got into it pretty heavy, and then I was like, recently, I was just like, you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like?
There's some truth to it, but
Yeah.
no, it's true. It fucks up your brain, porn, but it's like I don't know. People get too into it. You can fall too deep into anything. Like
Yeah.
I've ascended because I don't jack off. It's like, all right, calm down, buddy.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, there was like I made a video about it, like one of my earlier videos, and because I came like there's like this spiritual person who talks about it, and like how like there's like he like goes about how like the Bible is like an allegory for like your body, like the temple of God is like the temple that you fucking like your avatar, like your body. And anyway, he's like talking about how like abstinence fucking makes you secrete some sort of like the proteins that you would use instead of like nutting, fucking like go up your spine and then into your brain and like activate some fucking yeah, I don't know. Like honestly,
I actually said that in one of my videos as a joke.
Oh
Because
really?
I just thought it was ridiculous. Like the cum goes up to your brain. He's actually saying that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You got nut in
It's
your
not-
brain,
it's-
and it's like powering your thoughts.
Yeah,
opening
yeah.
your pineal gland.
Yeah, but there's also like a legit that. But there's also like a I don't know, just like I feel like it's an archetypal experience. Like I just watched like some fucking like Seinfeld episode randomly. Like I'm just been watching Seinfeld for whatever reason, and like I know there's a Simpsons version of it where like Homer stops jacking off and then he just becomes fucking like smart as hell, because like half your brain's just fucking focusing on like the next hit of dopamine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like from below the belt. But yeah, it is interesting
That could
how
be said about a variety of things, like just addictions in general.
yeah, true. That's also
Like
true.
dudes don't jack off and then they like watch anime it's all day. I mean, you're kind of defeating the purpose.
Yeah. I don't know. I was never really obsessed with fucking I always love a good yeah.
Love a good old bust.
Yeah. Yeah. But never like I don't know, I was never really excessive with it.
I was deep, bro.
You were deep? You were in the fucking
I was definitely
you were in the
deep.
cave, man. You're in Plato's cave.
Yeah.
Watching the fucking creatures on the wall.
Yeah, the shadows. And then I broke 3 and realized it was all an illusion.
Yeah. Now fucking that's going up your spine and fucking you go on Goku mode.
Yeah.
But it's funny how people still like it's very like a hot topic still. Like if I post a nofab video, it'll get more views than like some other like equivalently thought-provoking subject, you know.
There's a lot of dudes when they're about to nut, they're like, "All right, let me just." When you're about to nut, your brain is in a different state. When you're contemplating whether or not to jack off, your brain, like your fucking critical thinking, is inhibited by your lizard brain that's just craving a nut, dude.
Yeah.
And then you just go on that shit. Yeah.
It's funny, cause I talk to like when I speak to like or like when like say a female asks me about it or like a chick asks me about it, they're just completely fucking. Because, like, obviously they saw my video, because I know them, and they're, like, sus. And they just, like, have no fucking idea as to, like, what the fuck's going on. It's like, bruh. And it's like, I'm sitting here, like, I'm trying to talk about, like, all this shit, and they just, like, have no fucking idea. They just think I'm weird, so it's like, you know. Yeah. Have you had anyone be like, fucking, nah, I can't fuck with you, after they seen your YouTube? They're like, sorry, bro, we can't be friends, or, like, some shit like that?
Nah. No, not really. I haven't told a lot of people.
Yeah.
Only like a few people know. So like, the other day I saw somebody I knew from high school like follow my Instagram for my YouTube channel. I was like, fuck. But I haven't told most people I know.
True.
I've kept it very low.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there's always a mixed reaction.
Because I'm low-key, like, I would be embarrassed about it, you know, and I don't think that's great, but it is what it is.
Yeah. That's why I kind of... that stopped me for a while. Like, I was creating content, like, before the YouTube channel that I'm using right now. And I was, like, always, like, I never showed my face and shit, and I was just like, it's just limiting, you know? So I just took the plunge and then just fucking, yeah.
You just gotta say, fuck it.
Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it and come. Have you seen that meme?
Yeah.
That internet funny.
Yeah, it's funny memes. Love to look at them.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck, I pressed a button. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think I don't know if I have anything else I want to talk about.
Been doing a lot of fucking down in the land down under.
Down under? Hell yeah, bro. You know, I keep it casual with
Keep it G real.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. No, I have a significant other, so that
That's
also
great.
yeah, that also Does that fucking? I always wondered this. Does that like undo all the things that you do with fucking nofap? Like if you just fucking doing a lot of belly bumping.
I think it's different.
Yeah.
If you have a significant other, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But after like trying, like doing casual sex, that's just masturbation with extra steps. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah,
I feel like that undoes it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I never was into fucking like. I always hated just like casual shit. Fuck that.
Like, that shit's nasty. I had to find that out the hard way, but now I feel like it's nasty.
Oh, true. What happened with you?
Oh, just fucked a couple streetwalkers, a couple of Uzis off the block, and got strep throat after fucking making out with a girl for a long time. I was sticking my little willy inside of her. Got tested. Thank God I don't have fucking any STDs, but after you just like feel someone's bacteria in your fucking mouth after you start throwing up. Yeah. Not it. That was a sign from God.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's so funny, bro. A couple streetwalkers, a couple fucking mouth breathers. That's funny. Yeah. And then that kind of, the thing is like that fucking whole experience. It's just like now you're fucking one with the Tinder gods, and then you got that video going, and then it was fucking.
Yeah.
So the ramifications it had were fucking like excessively positive, I would say. Even if yeah, fuck, bro. I just hated it. I never fucked with it because it's like, ugh. Like, yeah. I had something to say now. I forgot.
That's what that happened like a lot of times. I don't know if it's just I'm retarded or if it's something about streaming, but I feel inarticulative. I feel like a dumbass right now.
Yeah, nah, because I've been doing it for like if it was, like this is your first time on live, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been doing it a while, so not a while, but like I've had some practice, so it's like a little bit easier. But I was the same when I started. I was like, my fucking bottom lip was just shaking, bro. I was like, what the fuck do I say? Yeah.
I want to start streaming though.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for sure. Like, cause I don't really have much of an audience yet, but like with your audience, it would be mint. Like it would be fucking.
Yeah.
People saying all type of fucking depraved shit in the fucking chat. Like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I want to have a wholesome community. When I started a Discord, I saw a lot of people just saying some crazy shit, and I'm like, damn, these are my fans. Yeah. I kind of see myself in them, but it's like, damn. Off the chain.
Yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Alright, so because I was so like into the nofap or whatever, or like not even the nofap, just like any expulsion of any fucking liquid from down yonder. I was just like, yeah, I was fucking just hyper aware, like, because of that thing of that guy, that spiritual guy. Like he has a lot of credibility about him. And I was like, I kind of I wasn't really. Yeah, I believed it. Fuck it, I believed it for a bit. And then I was like always thinking about fuck, bro, I lost it again. What the fuck? Oh yeah, so I researched fucking tantric sex. It's like where you no nut orgasm, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Have you been down that rabbit hole yet?
I looked into it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but I know people be doing it.
Bro, legit, like what the fuck? Like
have you given it a whirl? Have you tried to channel your chakras into your willy or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Just, like, hold off your nut.
Yeah, that's the dude. Like they tell you to fucking literally imagine the shit going up your spine, like into your fucking heart chakra or whatever.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, but they reckon you can have like
in your spine.
Yeah, no, they reckon you can have like fucking just like as fucking good an organ. Like they reckon you can separate like the emission from the actual like dopamine release. So like you can have the experience.
But it takes practice though. I feel like you gotta be a master of the art.
Yeah, you gotta fucking like drag, like you gotta clip some shit to your nuts and like drag it through fucking like the sand.
Yeah.
Some
you have to not eat for a week and like
take a fucking edible.
Do something with your cock and then it'll work.
Yeah. Nah, there's like some muscle that prevents it. You're supposed to get really strong at like forcing it back, but like, fuck.
So what's spiritual about that? You're just like contracting a muscle so you don't nut.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just tantra, like some fucking Tibetan principle. I don't know. So that I think the spiritual aspect is that so like you can force that shit up your spine and then it has like benefits or whatever.
I'm gonna look that up. I feel like the balls and the spine aren't connected. Like, how could you get cum in your spine, bro?
No, it's not cum. So what it is, it's cerebrospinal fluid, and that is there's two. I did it in my video, but like that was before I kind of knew how to do videos. So it's kind of like when I
think I get it.
Yeah.
There's like DNA in your nut, so it's sort of connected to your spine.
Nah, it's like, let me see. Do you want to react to it real quick? Is that a thing?
Fuck it.
I can do. It's boring as hell. Actually, I'll just get it up. Hold up. I'll just get up so I can read it on my phone.
Yeah, that'd be easier.
Yeah, fucking. I'm not trying to put myself on blast like that. Bro, fuck off. Yeah, so like there was a good video before I got into this, and then I kind of just like I just read off a fucking PowerPoint presentation, and I'm not very entertaining in that way, so I can't just read shit and have it be fucking people like want to watch, you know. How much thought do you reckon you put into like when you make your videos? Do you reckon you go like really deep with it, or do you reckon you just like write a script, fucking do it, and then edit it?
Depends. I haven't written a script in a minute. I sort of just like do an outline. I haven't been thinking about it a lot recently, but for some videos I do.
True. Fuck, I would not be able to do a video without a script.
Yeah.
Because like legit, like the thing that happens to you on live, like you can't think. That just happens to me when I'm on camera. I just brick up. I don't know.
That happens. I just end up with like a 90-minute fucking recording session, and I clip it down into 10 minutes. And I mean.
True, that might be the way. I never do that because I'm fucking always lazy. I just fucking... Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna skip to the part where it's... in that video I dyed my hair. It looks so dumb. It's like fucking so stupid.
Nah, bro. You probably look drippy.
Nah.
Don't worry about it.
Nah. Alright. Let me skip. Fuck. Alright, let me just play it. Hold up. Because I see just reading this shit out. Enigmatic. Of grey matter. Males. The same way biological females have their own complementary process that happens every single month. Inside the brain is a thin, irregular, sheet-like neuronal structure of grey matter that is attached to the underside of the neocortex in the center of the brain, which is called the claustrum. Scientists describe the claustrum's function as enigmatic, meaning it is difficult to interpret and mysterious. Yet, with the highest number of connections per millimeter cubed than any other part of the brain, its anatomy is remarkable. Research shows that the claustrum receives input from almost all regions of the cortex and projects back to almost all regions of this cortex. The claustrum's role within the sacred secretion it's called the sacred secretion.
By many sacred to be the true story of Santa Claus,
who comes from the North Pole down to note that Christmas stopped moving south or dies for 3 days. And then so it's like, you know how like the story of like the archetypal story of Jesus Christ, he like fucking gets crucified and dies for 3 days. It's like this guy's like kind of astrologically inclined as well. So he's like like men have a fucking moment in like the month where they're, I don't know, what does it say? Fuck, I don't know. Honestly, don't fucking know. On the fourth day or Christmas Eve, Jesus, the Son of God. The composition of CSF.
Right. This is wild, dude. The connection between Jesus and Bust.
Fucking... Bro, that's what I was on some shit. Anyway,
this shit gets wild.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so it says, in science, this sacred oil is called cerebrospinal fluid. The composition of CSF is dependent on the activity of surrounding brain tissue. As the wiring of the brain is based on our own past beliefs, this includes our thoughts and mood. Hold up, fucking, because I took the text away in the video. The CSF are to protect the brain and spinal cord from trauma, supply nutrients to the nervous system, and remove waste products, blah, blah, blah. The claustrum passes this secretion onto the pineal gland, like you said, which adds its melatonin release to the energetic liquid. The secretion then travels down the spine's 33 vertebrae, And it's like, and it's interesting to note that Jesus was crucified at 33. Anyway, through the Pingala nerve and the Ida nerve connected to the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. And these are like also in Kundalini, if you've heard of that. It's like Kundalini's like it's like the same. It's like the Eastern version of the same story. So like they have two Kundalini snakes like coming up the spine. And it's also, you know, like the medical logo, how it's like the set, like the sword.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that.
It's that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, they meet at the sacrum at the end of the 33rd vertebrae. The point of connection is often referred to as mother and father energy coming together and producing a seed, which is given the nutrients it needs and raised in a thriving environment. Jesus Christ. At this point, about 1/3 of the CSF re-enters the venous system. Commonly, this fluid circulates back up the spinal column by the sacral pump, a regular rhythmic motion between the occiput and the sacrum. That's like, I think that's fucking, I don't know, somewhere. This is where it begins its return journey. So like, this is like the cerebrospinal fluid like going up again. Like he says that throughout the month, it goes up and down. And this is like the return journey. But if you nut, it doesn't go up. That's what he's saying now that I'm reading this through. This is where it begins as a return, blah, 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 back up the spine. So the return journey through the ventricles of the brain and towards the medulla and brainstem until it reaches the vagus nerve. Here it sits dormant for 3 days. Something to do with, I don't know, it's cut off. Once the oil leaves the hypothalamus, the oil ascends to the pons. The pons are beside the medulla oblongata. The grey matter of the upper brain vibrates stronger and faster when enough of the oil returns and anoints the pituitary gland and pineal glands, amplifying the brain's innate abilities. And I mean, it's kind of true. Like, when you don't nut, you kind of, like, I've noticed that I need less sleep when I was not fapping. Anyway. So,
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, like, you just get less, like, yeah. And I watched this, like, the one piece of fucking content that I've ever watched from Hamza is just, like, him. Oh, no, it wasn't Hamza. It was this other guy. But he was looking at his under eye circles, and he's like, yeah, like, he was reacting to, like, a young version of himself. He's like, yeah, that man had been causing all sorts of problems.
So what's the sign? So it goes up to your head, and somehow your eyes look less tired because, like, your gray matter is more.
No, I don't know if it's to do with that specifically, but just like feeling like looking tired. I don't know. So anyway, the flow of CSF opens the thalamic gate, allowing the energy to move through the thalamus and access the reticular activating system. It is this system that is responsible for our levels of wakefulness and experiencing greater levels of awareness. At this point of return, you realign the natural chemistry of your body, and all our millions of brain cells are highly active. This activates the neocortex, which oscillates into higher brainwave patterns. We are now operating at a higher level. The sacred secretion happens once a month, 12 times a year, at some point. And it gives a full use of the mind by activating the pineal gland, if this has been decalcified, which in turn activates the true spiritual self and reconnects the physical person with universal energy. Yeah, I think that was it. And then I put in some fucking clip of, like, Jim Carrey saying, like, the same shit. Like, Jim Carrey's on some fucking shit, bro. Yeah.
That's some wild shit.
Yeah. Like, I fucking kind of didn't do it justice based on how this other cunt explains it. But that's, like, the general gist of it. Yeah.
How do you know if your fucking pineal gland is calcified?
I don't know.
Because I don't know if that shit's calcified, bro.
I don't know. Supposedly you're supposed to filter the tap water.
Yeah, I mean, I do that, but
yeah, same.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah. I feel like if you have vivid dreams, then it's probably, like, I reckon you're OG. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's why, like, this shit is very murky. That's why, like, Von Tucat was very, like, he fucking had a lot of following, because people have no idea.
Yeah, he'd make it simple.
Yeah, no, not even make it simple. It's just, like, the cunt could be completely fucking wrong, but nobody really knows, and they're just kind of willing to believe anything at that point. Like, once they're... Because the guy, he says, like, things that... He was
a straight talker, though. He'd be like, let's get straight into it.
Yeah. Like, if I said it, people would be like, this cunt is fucking, like, talking the most shit. But, like, the way he delivers it is so fucking good.
Yeah, that was it. It was the certainty in his voice.
Or
some shit.
Yes, right. And that's, like... See, that shit, that is like the fucking biggest, like when you talk about masculine, feminine, like the hyper feminizing or whatever of males, that is the shit that's like, that is like the first thing that you like notice in someone where you're like, alright, I'm gonna fucking trust this guy, or like I think he's cool, or like he's just a bitch. Like if they're not fucking sure with what they're saying, like that is the first thing subconsciously that you just go like, alright, this guy's like, and like even when like you're talking to a woman, like you're talking to a chick, like they notice that fucking subconsciously as well. They're like, this guy has fucking no confidence, and he was just like full of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to build that up, but I don't know. There's also a balance, because then you're just walking around saying shit, and you want to be sort of alert about what you say.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some, I don't know.
Nah, that's fucking.
Everything's complicated. So.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like.
Yeah, also, it's not.
I feel like we complicate everything. You know, like what is the fucking simplest thing to do? Like go to the gym 3 times a week for fucking 6 months. Like it's a simple task, but to actually complete the task is fucking like. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
Were you big into like the gym and shit? I never really been into it like that heavy.
Yeah, I work out pretty frequently.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I work out.
Yeah, fuck. As much as I fuck. I don't do anything as much as I fuck. Let me tell you. Nah, I'm just joking.
Alright, we got some questions in the chat. One of them is from Anon. How would you guys define spirituality? So you can take that one.
Fuck. Spirituality is like when you want to be religious but you don't, so you're like, fuck it, I'm spiritual.
Yeah. True?
Nah, that was a joke, but
no, like
there's some truth to it, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna be like spiritual. I can't think of a fucking genuine definition right now.
How would I define spirituality? Like I said, I feel like there's one thing that connects us all, and we try to label it, but it's very like it's a fucking transcendental thing. Like it's a very unknown thing to our fucking conscious human being brain, monkey, lizard, fucking streetwalker brain, you know. So yeah. Plus, why do you need to define it? Like, I think the nature of that shit is that it is undefined. Like, the striving to define it is what the whole mystery is about, you know. Oh yeah, when I talked about like the Roman emperors giving that sloppy toppy to the mentors, or like the little kid, he was like, Patreon is the new age version of mentees giving sloppy toppy to the mentor, aka you. Yeah. Have you got a Patreon?
No.
Why, bro?
I might, if I would start one, it'd have to be some shit on there.
Yeah. So what you can do?
Worth it.
Yeah. What you can do is you can just go live for your patrons.
Yeah.
And you can just react to shit, and then like that's probably what I'll do eventually. I just need that one video to blow up, and then it's game over. Like.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey Andrew, what's going on, man? Andrew's a fucking loyal viewer of mine.
Let's go.
Yeah, legit. But yeah, that was all the questions that have any fucking rhyme or reason to.
Nice. Damn, my brain is fucking overloaded with that goddamn spinal fluid shit.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, you posted a new video. Yeah, what's that? Gen Z and fake identity.
Yeah, just a lot about all these people fucking. I don't know. I think a lot of people in Generation Z don't have any like a solid basis for building a character or having an identity, so they just call themselves empaths or identify with their astrology or their Myers-Briggs or fucking pronouns or just like little basic shit that they label themselves because they don't have genuine character development.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You can't say that, bro. Sorry. You're cancelled now. Congrats.
My fault.
You're done, bro. The left. That's funny as. Bro, I watched this crazy. Remember? Do you ever used to watch Smosh?
No.
It's like these two like. They were blowing up around.
I have watched that. I still don't.
No, not anymore. They're fucking gone. But like one of the guys from Smosh, he like has a, he like does interviews with people, and his most like I watched his most viewed video, which is like him talking to like some lady with or like 3 people that have DID, which is like dissociative identity disorder, and they like legit have like fucking people like fragmented personalities, like it's like multiple personality disorder. It's like the new name for it. in
Yeah,
their
I talked
brain.
about that in that shit.
Oh, you did, bro? How fucking crazy is that? That is so insane to me. Like, it's
I
unfathomable.
didn't watch that video. I think it's real, but there's this whole thing on TikTok where Zoomers are faking that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just like making these exaggerated, like, this is Terry. It's some really cringy, goofy shit. But yeah, so these people, did they seem like legit? Did they seem like this shit was actually happened to them? Like they had a traumatic experience,
Yeah, no,
and
it's
their brain is fragmented.
yeah, it's a genuine thing.
Yeah,
It's a genuine thing, and like they have like a fucking like inner world like in their brain. They have people like it's crazy. Like they have she has a YouTube channel as well. It's called like dissociative something like that. Dissociated. I can't remember, but she fucking like instead of her being fucking one person making a YouTube channel, that she's got like fucking 20 cunts in her head just fucking saying shit, you know, and every one of them has a fucking like an different accent or like different wears themselves differently, and they all kind of come about based on like I think one big trauma starts it, and then the rest of them kind of separate off into like personalities based on the things they have to deal with. So in every like pivotal moment in her life, she will have made like another fucking section of her brain to like wall off, and like
yeah,
bro, they have like amnesia barriers between them. So like fucking
right, yeah.
yeah, you know that, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, bro, we fucking have the one like connected fucking ego or whatever it's called. Like we have one consciousness. Like I only fucking identify with one person, but this like
But if you had some really fucked up shit happen, you dissociate from that,
yeah,
and then wanna be something else, and then you'd forget about that shit, and then you keep on flipping. Like,
yeah,
it makes sense how it happens.
right,
Like, it's really sad too, like an
yeah,
escape mechanism.
yeah. Ah, it's fucked. And like I read this really fucking cooked book where like it was talking about, it was like some Illuminati shit, and because I was into that. And they were talking about how they make like mind controlled slaves, and fucking like they like know how to fucking do that to people, like from a child, and then like because like what happens is I was watching this video, and she has like children personalities in her head, and like they can be triggered by shit that she sees. So if she walks past a toy store or whatever, she gets triggered. Like the fucking child alter comes out, and then it's just the child. It's like a child being in an adult's body, and the fucking people that like she's in not like in zero control. So then she'll wake up like 2 hours later, like fucking in a fucking daze, like in a confusion, and it's just like, bro, like there was this book that says that people like fucking figured out how to make it so like you can control like someone through that, and it's that shit fucking like scared. Like that's one of the things that like.
Yeah, is that
Like,
not part of the MK Ultra shit? I feel like
exactly right. Exactly.
just like
right.
these flashing these images, just like that's like a sleeper agent. The concept of a sleeper
Yeah.
agent, like they say, fucking juicy tart or some shit, and then they kill the president.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
snaps their fucking
yeah. Bro, that was like that shit when I was doing my like I had my fucking bad trip. I was thinking like a part of it was like on that, and I was like, oh my god, I'm a fucking sleeper agent. Oh my god, I was fucking wigging out, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Yeah,
You
crazy.
could be, bro. You wouldn't know it.
Exactly, that's the thing. That's the fucking thing. Like my brain, like, because when you're in that state, you can pretty much convince yourself of anything, and you like take it as complete truth. Which is why set and setting is important. But like, yeah, like, it's so fucking crazy. Alright, man. I think we can wrap it there if you don't want to speak on anything else.
Yeah, I'm all good, brother. That was a good conversation.
Yes, sir. I'll edit it up into like some sort of interview, and then I'll post it soon enough.
Alright,
but yeah,
sick.
bro, I appreciate you for coming on. Massive, like so much gratitude. Yeah. You're like pretty. Like, what you do with your content is fucking inspiring as hell. So thank you for that as well. But yeah, bro, maybe we can get on a live again if you want to start streaming and fucking you need some technical assistance or whatever. Then just feel free. Or anything like that, bro. Yeah, man, that's all I had to kind of say. So thanks so much for coming on.
For sure. Good luck with your channel.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Thanks for having me on. Have a good one.
Appreciate it. You too, bro. See you later.